than it is attractive because they're like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. There's just so much to learn, so much to do. And just to let you know, digital space is not something that is optional if you are in business. It's where the future is. So let me just tell you that with the right strategy, it doesn't always work. It doesn't just work, rather, to have your business online. It's thrive. It is a requirement. So today, in the next 15 minutes, I just want to go through what it is to focus on building your online presence, what it takes. And it's not just about having an online business, okay? This is about turning your education business into the online powerhouse that it is. By the end of this session, I want to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what steps are needed to scale, to reach a wider audience and convert your leads into loyal clients. And we're not just talking about theory, okay? You're going to leave with some actionable steps and things that you can apply immediately. So if you have a notepad, I'm hoping you have that ready and off we go. Okay, so let's talk about brand visibility. So why is brand visibility crucial for your success? Well, you are a bad educator, okay? You are epic. You are a transformer. But if no one knows about your services, it's all for nothing. Right now, you're competing in what I call the digital ocean. Have you guys, who's been to the bottom of the ocean? Anyone? No, it's so vast, right? And the tide is only getting bigger. So here's the truth. Without a strong online presence, you're invisible, period. And in business, invisibility means stagnation. Now, I know that building an online brand can sometimes feel daunting. I've been there. I was there for many, many years. And here's what I learned. It's visibility that's actually separating successful business owners from the ones that never reach their potential. So think of it like this. Every post that you do, everything you put out there, it's like catching a fish in a big sea. The more lines you cast, the more fish you catch. So I want to share with you, you cannot afford to stay invisible. So start casting those lines. That comes from showing up in the way that where you exist, where your clients exist, if that's Facebook, if that's on TikTok, if that's on Instagram, but hook the right people who need your help and show up for them consistently. Think of it like a relationship build. If someone is just showing up or popping up once in a while, there is no attachment, there's no depth being built. All right. So that you realize why visibility and soul is important. Now what? Now what do you do? Well, you can't just show up and hope for the best. You need assets that speak to your audience. You need resources. You need freebies and giveaways to get them engaged. Make those passive scrollers, and you know we've been guilty of being those in another space. Make the passive scrollers stop scrolling. What about your social media is making them stop the scroll? Here's the thing. Social media is no longer about posting pretty pictures. It's about creating real life connections. It's about sharing stories, your stories, ones that resonate. And if you're just pulling up and copying and pasting or putting generic posts about your educational experience, about what you saw on someone else's Facebook or Instagram page, and you're still operating a little bit more from a place of reactive rather than proactive, then you're not going to be ahead of the game and the growth for your business is not going to come. So you want to be a magnet for the right audience. How do you do that? Well, you're going to share content that speaks directly to their struggles and their needs. Now, parents, let's say you are, or for our educators, let's say you are speaking to parents and perhaps their child needs help reading. Well, you speak about what struggles you know exist when it comes to reading. You might say, hey, is your child struggling with decoding? Yeah, or is your child lacking confidence in reading out loud at school? The teacher says, hey, we don't hear from your child. Show them you know the struggles and show them you know how to solve their problems. This is your brand in action. Okay. Now, don't just post. Like I said, connect, share value, use social media to give your audience a glimpse into how you can change their lives. That's your job as the educator and as the education business owner. Now, let's move on and talk about messaging. So the words you use matter big time. Okay. If you're still trying to speak to everyone, you're speaking to no one. It's like casting a net and hoping you catch everything. It's inefficient and you won't get the results you want. So, what you need to do is understand your audience's pain points, their deepest fears, their desires. Remember, we're talking about connection. Speak directly to those. Let's take the example of French immersion. That is my example. Okay. My parents are usually worried about their children falling behind in French immersion, them not being confident enough in the language to speak. So my messaging addresses that. I need to show the parents that I work with that my service is the solution to those very problems. Get out of the generic, get into the specific. Position yourself as the expert. When you speak the language of parents, they are more likely to trust you. When you know what the pain points are, they can say, hey, you're the expert. That's exactly what I've been told or exactly what I'm seeing. This person gets me and they have the solution that I need. That's your goal. That's what you want when it comes to your messaging. Now, finally, social proof. People trust results. Let's be honest, it's human nature. And the fastest way to build trust with your audience is showing them that what you offer actually works. Enter social proof into the conversation, testimonials, client feedback, success stories. All of those are your results. Think about it. When you're shopping, for something online, for my online shoppers, even when you're vacationing, who here goes on the reviews to see what that feedback is? If you want to try a new restaurant, oh, what are people saying about this new restaurant? What is it rated? That's exactly the mindset we have to adopt and lead with when our parents, our clients are looking for their future educator to support them, their future tutor. Same goes for your business. If you're not showcasing your client's success, you're leaving money on the table. And success stories aren't just for fluff. Okay, it's proof that your service works. It's proof that transformation happens when students and parents step into your environment. Share that. Don't be shy about it. Okay, it's about showing how their lives will improve, how results that you're showing will also be a result their child can access and have. So use success stories as your weapon. The more you share, the more your audience will trust you and they'll know, hey, you're the real deal. So let your results do all the talking. All right, so let's recap. You've learned that to scale your education and business online, you need to focus on visibility, messaging, and social proof. Okay? If you want to be seen, you have to show up with your brand, speak directly to your audience, and prove that you deliver results. But the work doesn't stop here. Okay? Those steps are just the beginning, and the real action happens when you implement them. There are tons of educators who have all the resources or think they have all the information, but they're not doing anything with it, or they're not doing it in connection and combination to make it effective for their business. So if you are ready to take this even further, I'd love to chat with you and help you build a strategy, a roadmap that works for your education business. I always say that educators are the ones that have changed and will continue to change the world. So if you want to step into that in the online space, be more visible, have clear messaging, and understand and learn how to show the proof that your results aren't just for show, they are real transformations happening for your students, then connect with me. Okay, if you want to scale your business, these are the foundational steps in order for you to get there. Let's start today. Stop talking, let's start doing. Take care.